Hello, Facebook. Hello, Michigan Wolverine fans, and hello, YouTube subscribers. This is Harry Bryan with a video of my thoughts about the developing news about key departures from our coaching staff that was a part of the national championship run. My thoughts are as follows. With Jim Harbaugh, the head man, decided to go back to the NFL to coach the Los Angeles Chargers. Jesse Minter decided to follow Jim Harbaugh out the door to join him to become part of his coaching staff. And then now, our strength and conditioning coach, Ben Herbert, is also leaving and presumably joining Jim Harbaugh to LA to be with the Los Angeles Chargers. And I'm pretty sure that Mike Hart is also going to be leaving as well. So you might as well just put that out there. I think Mike Hart is also leaving as well. Our running backs coach. My thought is like this. Life happens. Things happen. Some things happen. Some things good. Some things not. But that's life. With all these departures from Michigan, some of these Michigan fans are really surprised, or they are really concerned, or they are really panicking over the future of Michigan football. I like the way Bo Schembechler said it best when he says that no man is more important than the team. No coach is more important than the team. The team, the team, the team. That's my mindset. Yes, we are losing key pieces, crucial pieces to our coaching staff. But you know what? Michigan football will still live on. Throughout Michigan's 144 going to 145 years of football, there's always been coaching changes. There always been either a different head coach or different assistant coaches or different personnel changes or different rosters. People come and go. And not just Michigan, but all over football. No matter what team you root for or what team you support, there's always going to be moving pieces. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it won't. This time, it's not looking good for Michigan when it comes to personnel. You got Sharon Moore. This is his first head coaching job at a major program. You know, I don't know how well he's going to do. Then with the departures of Jesse Minter, Ben Herbert, our strength and conditioning coach, and of course, I think that Mike Hart is going to end up leaving as well. It is not going to stop Michigan football from being played. Michigan football will always live on. That's just life. Nothing will stay the same. Bad times never last. Then ultimately, good times also never last. Look, these men made their decision. You got some Michigan fans blame the athletic director Warde Manuel for all these departures. Listen, Jim Harbaugh was going to leave regardless. Warde Manuel could not hold a gun to Ben Herbert's head, to Jesse Minter's head, or to any assistant coach that wants to leave and say, you better stay with the program or I'm going to blow your brains out. Warde Manuel don't have the power to do that. Warde Manuel don't have the power to make them stay if they don't want to stay. Same thing for Jim Harbaugh. Most people blame Jim Harbaugh for the departures. Let me tell you something. Jim Harbaugh did not put a gun up to Jesse Minter's head, to Ben Herbert's head, and tell him, you better come with me or I'm going to blow your brains out. Jim Harbaugh don't have the power to do that. Those men made the decision individually to leave Michigan and to follow Jim Harbaugh to the NFL in the pursuit of winning Super Bowls. That was their individual decisions. I do not hate what they did. Matter of fact, I thank each and every last one of them that's leaving the program for helping Michigan to capture a national championship. That is my mindset. Instead of me casting blame on somebody or being angry at a grown man or grown men because they made a decision that was best for them and best for their families. I can't get mad at that. And I'm still going to support my team. I don't care who's there, who's not. I've been saying that in most of my videos that I've ever made, that I'm a Michigan fan no matter who's there and who's not. I'm always going to support my team no matter what. Does it hurt? Is it going to hurt Michigan? Probably so in the long term. I mean, short term, yeah. But I look at it like this. Michigan is going to be all right. Michigan been through this before. Michigan is going to be all right. Listen. I really believe this. I would give Sharon Moore 3 years. Yes, he signed a 5-year contract to be Michigan's head coach, but I'm giving Sharon Moore 3 years. If Sharon Moore doesn't do a good job when it comes to recruiting, when it comes to wins and losses, when it comes to hiring personnel or whatever the case, if he is lackluster and he is not doing his job, I truly believe, because of the buyout, the way his contract was structured, and I'm talking about Coach Moore's contract, that if the university decided to let him go after 3 years, it's only a $2 million buyout. And then if it's 4 years, it's only a $1 million buyout. So the university is not going to lose hardly any money on far as buyouts. So that's an easy way for Michigan can get from underneath that contract, and Michigan go on the national coaching search and look for their next head coach. And I truly believe with all of my heart, I truly believe if things doesn't work out with Coach Sharon Moore, that the next head coach that Michigan brings in after doing a nationwide coaching search, I think the next head coach at the University of Michigan is going to be our version of a Nick Saban, Urban Meyer. And I think this next head coach after Sharon Moore is going to be an absolute home run hire, splash hire, rock and roll type of hire. Maybe bigger than Jim Harbaugh when he first came to Ann Arbor 9 years ago. I think this coach is going to bring Michigan multiple national championships. And I truly believe that. I don't know who the coach is, but that's what I believe. Michigan is going to be just fine, y'all. Don't panic. But I have to be realistic with y'all. Michigan is going to be probably a mediocre team, maybe the next 2 years, 3 years, whatever the case. Also depending on what the NCAA do as far as their punishment that's going to be doled out towards the university because this whole cheating allegations and of course the recruiting violations before that. So I'm just gonna be real with y'all. Michigan in the short term is gonna have some rocky roads to have to navigate over or navigate through. It's not gonna be easy, but if you're a true Michigan fan, you're going to support your team no matter what. And I'm one of those fans that's going to support my team no matter what. But I'm expecting Michigan to do or have a major step back this coming season. But I do want to throw this fun fact out there before I conclude this video. We all know Ohio is buying players. They raised over probably $13, $14 million to buy players out the portal, right? These 5 stars, 4-star players, in hopes of them winning a national championship. So they want to buy players. So same thing like trying to buy a championship, like I said in my last video. But can you imagine this? The last game of the year, no matter what the record is as far as Michigan, can you imagine if Michigan goes at the Horseshoe, Michigan got to play at the Shoe, Ohio got all these big name stars on their roster, Michigan lost their head coach, lost their defensive coordinator, strength and conditioning coach, possibly running backs coach. Michigan lost all of these key components and lost most of our seniors to the NFL draft. But can you imagine if Michigan still go in there and beat the Buckeyes at the Shoe? Can you imagine the epic meltdown that program will face? They will want Ryan Day to be gone the next day or probably the same day that they got beat at the Horseshoe. Can you imagine the colossal epic meltdown from the Buckeye fans if Michigan goes at the Horseshoe, the toilet bowl, and beat them at their house? With all that talent they bought $13, $14 million worth of talent, and they still got their bus whooped for 4 years in a row at home by a weakened Michigan team. That will be an epic meltdown for the ages. I'm like this. I don't care if Michigan lose 5-6 games this coming season, but the one game that Michigan got to win, the one game, and that's Ohio. That's my mindset. We got to get ready for them. If Michigan can beat them at the Horseshoe without Jim Harbaugh being at Michigan anymore, and of all the assistant coaches that left, and all of our players that left to go to the NFL, and we still go in there and beat them after they bought $13, $14 million worth of players. Can you imagine the epic meltdown of that program? Michigan will hold that over them forever. My gosh, that will be colossal. That will be glorious. But that's my thought of this whole thing. And as a Michigan fan, I will tell y'all, listen, Michigan football will be okay. We freaking national champions. Enjoy the moment, y'all. Don't worry about anything else. Look, listen, you can't control the future anyway. The only thing you can do is enjoy today. That's all you can do. Enjoy this moment. Enjoy being national champions. Because it may never come again. Or it may be a long time before Michigan will ever compete for a national championship, unless we get that rock star coach that I was telling you about after Sharon Moore, our version of a Nick Saban, Urban Meyer, that's going to be at Michigan for years and years and years and bring national championships to Ann Arbor and add to our collection. I think it's going to happen. I don't know who this coach is, but I just have a feeling. If things doesn't work out with Sharon Moore, which I pray and hope that it does, because he's the first black head coach that ever coached at Michigan, I wish that man nothing but success. But if things does not work out with Sharon Moore, with Coach Moore, and they go on this nationwide coaching search, I think Michigan is going to get a hire that I think is going to be bigger than Jim Harbaugh's when he first got hired in Ann Arbor. It's going to be epic. And this new coach bring in his strength and conditioning coach and bring in his coordinators. And let's go to work, y'all. So until then, go blue, hail to the victors. See you next time.